It's time for Around the Ozarks in 5, brought to you by the Butterfly Palace and Rainforest Adventure, Adventure Cave Tours, and Talking Rocks Cavern. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Hey, good morning to you. It is Friday on a holiday weekend, no less. So maybe you have Monday off to make it a really extended holiday weekend. Hope so. Either way, 4th of July is coming up on Tuesday. It's hot outside, so we've got a lot to talk about.
All right, today is our second day in a row with some extreme heat and our last, at least for a little while. After today, temps will drop back into a reasonable 90 or low 90s, but our heat advisory continues until tonight, so be aware before we get somewhat of a break. Springfield Public Schools got its budget for the 2023-24 school year approved. The operating budget is $363 million. The bulk of that pays for salaries and benefits of employees. And in that is a pay increase for teachers. Very exciting. Starting pay has been raised to just more than $42,000, up from $41,500. Other employees will also see a pay raise.
All right, very good. An iconic Springfield restaurant is about to reopen. Casper's, Casper's Chili, has been closed for about a year as it's been moving locations. The owner says it will reopen soon and very soon. Have no fear. It's located as new location will be on South Glenstone near Grand. I drive by it every day and I see it taking shape. The sign's up now. Casper's is, of course, known for its chili, its Frito pie, which our photographer friend at KY3 insisted that I get the first time we went there, and he was right. Burgers and sandwiches as well. The restaurant opened up very first time in town in 1909. So it is a landmark in Springfield. It just different places.
To say the least. 1909, man.
It's a long time. It's a lot of chili over the years. Fewer people are staying in Springfield hotels this year, as it turns out. Occupancy dipped about 60% in April, down from 62.3% in the same month a year earlier. So close, but lower. Springfield Convention and Visitors Bureau says Springfield hotels are beginning to feel the impact of the slowing economy. Of course, that affects not only Springfield, but many destinations across the country. It's not just us.
The U.S. Supreme Court handing down lots of decisions this week. As we told you, they had 10 big ones that they're trying to get to by Friday. And here's this one. The U.S. Supreme Court ruled on affirmative action. In a 6-3 decision, the High Court ruled that it is unconstitutional to consider race as a determining factor in college admissions. Also, a big victory for religious liberty at the Supreme Court level. Justices used the case of a Christian mailman who didn't want to work on Sundays. He said that was for faith, family, and spending time with God. And they took the opportunity really to solidify protections for workers who ask for religious accommodations. So, in a unanimous decision, the justices made clear that workers who ask for accommodations, such as taking the Sabbath off, should get them unless their employers show that doing so would result in substantial increased cost to the business.
Interesting. A couple of big decisions there. Now some would say he's underpaid, but Chiefs star Travis Kelce, one of the biggest and greatest tight ends in history, says there's no other team he'd rather be playing for. In a recent Vanity Fair interview, the 33-year-old said people tell him a lot how underpaid he is, but it doesn't faze him a whole lot. The Chiefs have a salary cap, so he's being a team player and winning some Super Bowl championships along the way as he's having a great career. Before you feel too sorry for him because of the lack of money that he's making, he gets paid a base salary of $14.3 million a year. So he's doing all right. Just perhaps not as well as he could do somewhere else. But he also wouldn't have the Super Bowl rings to go along with his salary.
But good for him because they've lost some, right? Like Tyreek Hill, didn't he leave because of money to go elsewhere to play for more money? But
that's what a lot of athletics is these days for pros is they just chase the money. Albert Pujols is one of them who left St. Louis because he wanted more money and then nothing went right out in California. He came back to St. Louis. So I think, I don't know. For me, it's maturity and wisdom and understanding. I mean, how much money do you need? Honestly, you get to a point where do you want to win championships or have a chance at winning championships, which Kelce is doing, obviously, or do you want more money? And
right.
Charles Barkley never won a championship. I bet he'd trade some of his money to win an NBA championship.
Yep. True. 14.3 ain't bad either. I'd take it.
A year,
right?
Not
year.
Not one time. Not one time.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's Friday and Tuesday is the 4th of July. And since it falls on a Tuesday, that means that you have lots of options for 4th of July celebrations. You have Friday today, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday. There's like 5 days that we're going to cover here. So we are about to give you the list, and it's fairly lengthy, of 4th of July celebrations in lots of towns across the Ozarks, and we are putting them in date order. So the first one is tonight in Mount Vernon. It is the Red, White, and Boom. So the fireworks display will be there in Mount Vernon starting at dusk. Secondly, Springfield Raceway Firefall. That starts, that's tomorrow, Saturday, July 1st, starting at 5 p.m. At the Springfield Raceway track, which I looked that up because I wasn't honestly super familiar. It's North Farm Road 123. And the show Pyrotechnics, of course, begins at dark as well.
And then on Saturday, July 1st, Buffalo hosting its Independence Day Country Fair on South Dallas County Fire, 322 Red Top Road. That's where that is. Gates open 11:30 in the a.m. The fireworks show also begins at dusk there. Then on Sunday, Table Rock Lake Chamber of Commerce has put on Fireburst at Table Rock Lake. That's going to be a great show. We were there last year out on the water for it. Super, super cool. It's been happening for more than 30 years there. So that's Fireburst at Table Rock Lake. Then on
And that's
Monday,
on July 2nd near the Kimberling City Bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then also in Branson on July 3rd, which is Monday, live music from Damsel and the Dirty Saints will be choreographed with fireworks on the Branson Landing. So you can check that out. There's a beer garden there also opening at 6:30. That is on Monday, July 3rd.
Okay. Shell Knobs Fire and Thunder is on the 4th of July. So Tuesday. And as you know, Table Rock Lake has multiple different displays, including the annual Fire and Thunder at Shell Knob. It is happening just east of the Shell Knob Bridge. The fireworks are slated to begin around 9 p.m. There will also be some live music earlier than that in Shell Knob. Pomme de Terre Lake Ducky Derby. Plastic ducks will be dropped along the spillway of the dam as part of the Great Pomme de Terre Duck Derby, which is also on the 4th of July, so on Tuesday. There will be food trucks, live music, and then fireworks display over the lake at dusk. And finally, in Bolivar, on the campus of Southwest Baptist University, you can go celebrate with the Bolivar Rotary Club and watch the fireworks at dark. The food and music, though, begin at 5:30 at SBU.
Okay, so there you go. And that's not even an exhaustive list all across the Ozarks of what's happening. That's a pretty good one. Gives you a lot of options there. But you can always go to aroundtheozarks.com. We have a calendar there of events. So it's a great place to go, whether it's 4th of July or not, to find out what's doing in your community around the weekend. And it's going to be a good weekend. It's going to be a warm weekend, not as warm as today. It's going to cool down, so that'll be nice, but it should be fun.
All right. Have a good one. Thanks for joining us. Be safe this weekend.
Yeah, we will see you back here on Wednesday. We're going to take Monday and Tuesday
we're
off.
Monday, Tuesday.
We're going to take Monday, Tuesday off, so we'll see you back here Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Have a fantastic weekend. Until then, see ya.
Bye.